it's Jez here from Nigezza.co.uk, and as you can see I've been making some Christmas cards. These are for team swaps. We always at the start of every new catalogue we get into groups and we do a card swap using new catalogue items, and so as you can see I have used the new festive perfectly plaid stamp set and the pine tree punch, which I just didn't get ready. I was so good, I thought I got everything, but I didn't. So yes, that's what I've used for this card. So I'm gonna show you how I made it, because I got one more to make. So I'm doing tone on tone with very vanilla, so I've got a extra thick vanilla card base, and then my mats. Measurements will be over on my blog, nigezza.co.uk, and there will be a link coming up at the end for this. Now the first thing I did was I took the largest square from the stitch shapes and cut out a square. So I just measured it so that it was sort of equal distance wide. I've got a magnetic plate to hold it in place. If you haven't, then I suggest you use washi tape or some sort of low tack tape to hold it in place whilst you run it through. And then once that's cut out, I will then run it again through with the Subtles embossing folder to emboss just the outside, because as you can see on the card here that's made, the stitched square has not been embossed. So here we are, my big shot, as I say, that holds it firmly in place so that I can check that it is in the place that I want it. Might go up a tad, and then I can just cut it out. And then I set that to one side whilst I emboss this with the embossing folder. So I place it in the embossing folder. Got a line there to check it's straight, but as it's the new 3D embossing folders, I have to change my sandwich. I'm going back to my original plate. I find it needs a bit of a shim. All die cutting machines are slightly different, so you have to work out what works for you. There is a new plate that you can buy to help you do this, but I just found messing around with different sandwiches worked. So we've got our section that's embossed and our die cut section. And then we just need to glue that to my card base. So I'm just going to glue them flat on. These aren't going to be raised because I'm raising the tree. So I'm going to decide which one I like best. So I'm going to put it on this side. I'm coming to the end of this tombow, but I'm hoping I can squeeze enough out. So I had to get a new tombow. I'm going to look back on my Insta, because I did do an Instagram post when I opened that tombow, because I was so excited, because we'd been a long time waiting for it, and I'm just interested in how long it lasted. So stick this down. So this has got 1/8 of an inch border because I cut mine 1/4 of an inch shorter and thinner, so it's easy to judge where to place it, and then this should fit exactly back in to the gap because it was cut out of it. And that's it for that bit. So now I need a scrap of fairy vanilla. I'm going to stamp the tree. I'm using that tree, which is going to be my favourite. It is my favourite. I'm stamping it in Versamark. I don't know why I did that, because I think I might be able to just be able to fit another one in there. Not that I'm doing another one right now. And then I'm just going to use some gold powder. You can see where I did the ones before. A bit stray there because I didn't use my embossing buddy as ever. And now we need to stamp the Happy Christmas, and I've got the label punch for that, and I've got a little template set up here on my Stamparatus because I was bulk making, and I came up with this idea. It was a little tip that I did on my Facebook Live. So I created, just squash that, cut that again. So I created this template. So I trial and error set up my Happy Christmas, and once I was happy with it, I stamped it on this very thick card here, and then cut it out with the label punch, so that I could then insert ready cut labels so that I can bulk make with ease. So that goes back in, then I can put the magnet there just on the corner to hold it in place. Oh, stuck to my finger because I've got a little bit of Tombow on there. So let's try again. Hold that in place. Put some Versamark on there. Stamp it down. I'm going to pick this up with, oh, that's stuck to the magnet. Flipping heck. Oh dear me. Pick that up. So I don't want to accidentally put my fingers where the ink is, because I did that before. So I'm going to sprinkle this on. Again, I forgot to use my embossing buddy. Again, I got a few bits of strays. So I've got knocked a bit off the tea. I did. And then we'll just get our heat gun and get those two things melted. that's that done. So what we need to do now is punch out that tree and get some dimensionals. Got my dimensionals here. There's my tree punch. And just line it up, punch it out. Love punches and stamps that match. So we'll just get some dimensionals on the back of these. So I'm going to use some of this strip for sentiment. Oh, cut a little bit off, made it too long. And a bit of that on the top of my tree. And then I had a brand new packet of dimensionals of the big variety. I can't find them now, so I'm going to just use these little bits. And as I've got a little bit like that, I might just put a bit down the trunk. Not that that's necessary, but I'm going to do it. So then we just centre that underneath that square, get it straight, and then put your tree on. And that's it. So I will be sending these off, and by the time you watch this video everybody should have received them, and then I will be able to show you what I got in return. There we go. That's me cards all ready for my swap. Hope you like that. All the details will be found over on my blog, should be flashing up there, nigezza.co.uk. Go and like and subscribe, go and have an explore. If you want to buy anything, click on my shop. Okay, nice to see you again. See you soon. Bye.